guys, and welcome back to episode 9 of Trinity Talks. This episode is going to be 18 things for my 18 years of life. So basically, I'm just going to talk about 18 different things that have impacted me over the course of my 18 years of being alive. Because my birthday was Monday, like a week ago as you're seeing this. My birthday was June the 12th. This was gonna go up last week, but I was sick. I literally sounded so bad, and I'm still getting over the sickness, but I feel good enough to record and stuff, and I wanted to get this episode out. So yeah, so I'm not doing like one thing per year. I'm just doing stuff. I've like made a list of 18 things over the 18 years that have impacted my life, and they might seem like small to you, but they genuinely have like had a big impact on me. So yeah, I'm just gonna go from oldest to most recent, if like the timeline is correct. I believe it is, but I don't know. I have like a really bad memory, so some things might not even be correct, you know? So let's just go ahead and start, because we have 18 things to get through. So yeah, so number 1 is Minecraft. I have Minecraft, a game released in 2011, and I started playing Minecraft when I was in 4th grade. So like, I don't know, I feel like I don't really have any like big memories from before like 4th grade, like 3rd, 2nd, 1st, kindergarten. I don't remember a lot of stuff from then. Like I remember 4th grade and like 5th grade and beyond, you know? So I genuinely love Minecraft so much. I have such like an affinity for the game. I first started playing it in 4th grade, which I do not remember, but like my timeline, I literally found like this memory book from 4th grade, and like we were doing like our favorite stuff, like our favorite song, whatever, and I put, for my favorite game, I put Minecraft. And that's the crazy thing, like I literally don't remember playing Minecraft in 4th grade. I have so many memories of 5th grade playing it, but I don't remember playing it in 4th grade at all. But I did remember that I did get it for 4th grade, like in the Christmas, like during 4th grade. And then yeah, but I don't really remember playing it. I just remember playing it a lot in 5th grade. I got it from my grandparents for Christmas one year, and I think that was, I guess, had to be 2014. No, not 2014. Yeah? I think 2014 is when I got Minecraft for the first time. So yeah, I played on this one server, like, so much. I don't remember what it was, but I played on this one server so much that when I would log on, people would be like, oh my god, like, you're here, because I would give people free stuff. Like, I was literally famous on this one server, and I do not remember what it was, and I'm so upset. But yeah, another thing about Minecraft is survival games. Like, it was basically the Hunger Games, but a Minecraft version. You would like spawn in the middle, and you get like chests and stuff to find like loot and stuff, and then you kill other people. And I would play this all the time in 5th grade and 6th grade, and then Hunger Games or survival games, whatever, kind of just died out, so like nobody plays it anymore, but I remember it, and I need there to be like a resurgence of survival games, because I miss it so much, because I have so many fond memories of playing it right after school. Like I'd tell my friend, like, get on Minecraft as soon as you get home, and I'd get on Minecraft because I didn't live far from my school, so I'd literally sit and like wait for her to come online, and then we'd play survival games until my mom would force me to get off and I would have to eat dinner. But yeah, so that's number 1. Number 2 is, this one is kind of crazy. You might be like, Trini, what are you talking about? But goldfish, the snack, you know, like the crackers, not the, like the actual fish. In 6th grade, I don't know what happened, but like I had an addiction to goldfish, like, and onwards. Like I bring goldfish for lunch, like for my snack. I had goldfish every single day in school, like, and people would literally know me. Like, they didn't know my name, but they would like know me as the girl who had goldfish all the time. And it's literally like really bad. I don't know, they're just really good. But yeah, so people just knew me as the girl who had goldfish, so it was like a part of my life, even though it seems really stupid, but it was. So yeah, that was number 2. So number 3 is Crank, Glass, and Fallout. These are 3 books. It's a series by Ellen Hopkins. If you were here for like the old podcast, I did do an episode of, like, I did 1 episode per book, and I talked about them. But this series, this was 7th grade, so I feel like I should not have been reading these when I was like 13, 14 years old, because they have like such like I don't know, like heavy topics, but like I don't know, they had a really big impact on me, and I genuinely think about the main character like a lot. I don't know, like it's crazy to think about, but I don't know, they just had a really big impact on me, and I still really like her books to this day. So yeah, that was 7th grade. This is also 7th grade. This is number 4, and it's receiving my college scholarship. So this is like a bigger one. Like, as you can tell, there's like big things on this list and then tiny things too. It's just like whatever has impacted me. So in 7th grade, basically, like, long story short, I entered this program in middle school, and a certain select number of people were chosen to win the scholarship, and we like were entered into the program, and we got like a mentor, which is like a person, not an older person, but like older than us, who would give us advice on stuff, and we just really had to have good grades for the rest of the middle school and high school, and then obviously go to college, and it's paid for 4 years in my state, which is Florida. We also got sponsors and stuff for our laptops, so we got like free laptops at the senior dinner, which was a few weeks ago, well, like a month ago now. And I got mine about a month ago, and that's what I'm recording the podcast on literally right now. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to go to college, because otherwise I feel like I wouldn't go, because it's just really expensive and I don't want to have student loans. So yeah, obviously you don't really want to have student loans, but yeah, I don't know what I want to major in, but yeah, that's why I just put receiving the scholarship instead of like going to college, because I haven't gone to college yet. But I'm accepted into the school I'm going to. I'm going to go to community college and then transfer to my local university after 2 years. So yeah, I start in the fall of this year, so I'll be class of 2027 for my bachelor's degree. So yeah. Number 5 is fiestas at lunch. This is also 7th grade. So fiestas, basically every Friday, me and my friends at my lunch table, we would all bring different snacks. Like, I'd bring goldfish and like drinks or something. Somebody would bring candy, somebody would bring chips, and we would all like have a little party at our lunch table, and we called it Fiesta Friday. And people literally text me and be like, can I come to the fiesta? Like, what are we doing? And like, I don't know. It was just like a fun, stupid tradition we had in the 7th grade for a while, and then it kind of died out. And then 8th grade, we all had like different lunches and stuff, so it was just a 7th grade thing, and like, I don't know, it was just really fun and just really stupid, but really fun at the same time. So, number 6 is kind of tied into number 3, I think it was, but it's Ellen Hopkins, the author of those books I was talking about. This is 7th grade-ish. Like, I read the books that I was talking about in 7th grade as well, and then I'm talking about the just author in general. Again, I should not have been reading her books in 7th grade, but that one series, I had to give it its own little thing, because it really did have a big impact on me and everything. So yeah, but the author herself, like, she's been through a lot of stuff, and a lot of her books, they are from like personal experiences and stuff, and I don't know, but I was like hyper focused on this woman in like 7th grade. Like, I would literally look up facts about her, because like I could not consume her books like fast enough, I feel like. So yeah. Number 7 is Allegedly, which is a book by Tiffany D. Jackson, and I read this book in 8th grade. This book is really what got me into reading in 8th grade. Like, I've always been a reader, I guess, but like I kind of fell off it, and then in middle school, and then I read this book in 8th grade. I literally remember coming home from school, sitting on my bed, reading the book, and then finishing the book, and it was like pitch black outside. I didn't like take a break or anything, didn't eat dinner, and like I was like, yeah, I like this. Like, I like reading, and that's kind of what got me back into reading. And I told my teacher this, and she literally gave me the copy of her book. Like, she let me keep it, and it's still on my bookshelf. I see it right now, so it's all the way at the top. And I just feel like, I don't know, that book got me right back into reading, and this author has really good books and stuff. I just read The Weight of Blood, which is, I think, her newest book, and it was really good. I gave it 4 stars. yeah, so that was number 7. Number 8 is going to be A List of Cages, which is another book, and it's by, the author's name is Robin Rowe. So this one is in 8th grade as well, and I reread it probably twice every year because it's just so good. The twist in the book will never like fail to have me stressed out, heart racing, like literally sweating. Like, it's, even though I know it's gonna happen, it's just, I don't know, like that scene of the treasure chest or whatever it's called, I haven't read it in a minute, but the treasure chest or the box, whatever, what in the hell is going on? Because like when I first read this book, y'all, I was not prepared for what was in the box. You all should read this book. It's really short, actually. It's not that long at all. Literally the box, like, traumatizing. I feel like I wish I could reread this book for the first time, or just that part for the first time, because I want to like relive how I felt, even though it was like literally insane. And my teacher, the same teacher, my 8th grade English teacher, she let me have her copy, so it's on my shelf as well, because I don't know, the book was just really good, and like literally insane. Like the whole bridge of the book, not the bridge, what is it, the climax, yeah, it was crazy. It was literally insane. So now we're moving on to number 9. We're halfway through, and this one is kind of, it has a backstory to it, so I'm gonna have to talk about that. But it's a movie. It's called Furry Vengeance. It's from 2010. The movie, like, it came out in 2010, but I watched it in 9th grade, which was 2020. This is really weird, and the movie is really bad. I want to like preface this by saying the movie is bad. Like, if you go and watch this movie, don't like think you're going into like the best cinematic masterpiece that you will ever see in your life. It's bad. Like, it's actually really bad, but it's like funny too. Like, it's so bad that it's funny, but it's also just, it's like supposed to be a comedy, I guess. I don't know. And I don't like comedy movies, but just something about this movie, I don't know. But I'll like talk about why it's on the list. So basically, in 9th grade, me and my best friend at the time, we're not friends anymore really, but nothing really bad happened between us. We just don't talk. But yeah, me and her at the time, we had finished all our schoolwork. This is like first period class. Like, we don't have any friends in this class. It's just me and her, and we sit next to each other, done with all our work because the work was really easy. And we're in school, so basically everything on our school computers is blocked, like, except for like cool math games and then YouTube. So, and like a lot of stuff on YouTube is blocked, but there's like this section on YouTube that you can watch movies for free if you like there's ads in them, but like you can watch the movies for free. And Furry Vengeance was on this free with ads section, and we were like, Furry Vengeance sounds like the dumbest movie ever, let's watch it. And oh my god, like, we watched it. We had to watch it like over the course of 3 days, because we had to watch it like at first period, then we watched a little bit at lunch, and then we watched the next day, and then the next day, then we finished it. And literally the stupidest movie to ever exist. It's so dumb. Like, I want to keep saying it's so dumb, but like we were bursting out like with laughter, like in the middle of class, because this movie was so funny. And like I rewatched it, and like it's still funny. Like, it's a comedy, like I said, it's still funny, but like I don't know what it was, but like we thought it was literally the most hilarious thing ever. And it was so funny. Like, we, like, up until the time we like kind of just stopped being friends, we would like quote the movie, because like there were just so many like funny moments in it, and it was just, I don't know, it was just great. So that is that movie. Like, I don't know, I like I said, we don't talk anymore, but I still see that movie. I think it's on, it gets moved around, it's on Prime now, I think, and whenever I see it on Prime, I'm like, oh my god, like I have literally like flashbacks to that time in 9th grade. But yeah, so number 10 is Overbooked, which also is in 9th grade, and it's with the same friend that I was just talking about. So it was a book club that me and my friend were in the middle of starting. This is another thing that really helped kind of revive my love for reading and writing. We actually never got to like actually have the club meetings, but like we had everything. We had like the posters and the flyers and everything. We spent like days creating it. I still have the like the poster, like the trifold poster thing we had to make. It's somewhere like in my room. I think it's in my closet or something. Basically it was going to be an actual like book club in our school. This was 9th grade. It was going to start the following school year, so our 10th grade year, but we went on spring break, and then COVID happened, and then we never went back to school, and then we went back to school, but then I never went back to school, so Overbooked never came to fruition. But yeah, it was like, I don't know, but that was like a whole thing. We spent like weeks creating it and like making like designs and stuff and the website and stuff, because we had to find like a teacher to sponsor us, get forms signed and stuff, get approved by the principal, and we got all the forms and stuff done. But then we went on spring break, and a whole pandemic happened and ruined our chance for having a book club at our school. So that's another thing that COVID just like kind of happened. But yeah, so that was number 10. Number 11 is the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, and that happened in the middle of 9th grade, like I said, spring break 2020, it was March 13th, 2020, was the first day of spring break. Then they said it was going to be 2 weeks instead of 1 week, and then we never went back that year. So obviously like COVID impacted all of us, unless you were like a baby or something, but I feel like I've only seen a few people really talk about the lasting effects that it had on all of us. Like, I was in the middle of 9th grade when it happened, spring break, never came back, and it was very, like, I don't know, just not traumatizing, but it was just very jarring to have, like, I went to school basically, well, obviously I missed days here and there, but I went to school every single day from kindergarten to 9th grade, and then like to not have that structure of being in school was very kind of hard to cope with and deal with, and I don't know, it's just really bad. But not everything was bad though, because I did get to talk to that same friend that I was talking about, my best friend, and we played games all the time. Like, this is at the time when Among Us, the game, like, where you're in space with the imposters and stuff, that was when this was really popular, so we played that every single night. We'd FaceTime and play that every night. We'd watch movies over Zoom and stuff, FaceTime all day, and play games at night. Like, this was literally our routine and stuff, and yeah, so in September 2021, so like over a year after like COVID first happened, my family finally got it. Like, we were like so thankful that we didn't get it, but then we finally did. In September 2021 we got it, and it's my whole household, which is me, my mom, my dad, and my little brother. But my little brother, surprisingly, he didn't get it, even though he's the one. Him and my mom, they both have like health problems, so you think that they both would be the ones like who had it the worst. My brother barely had any symptoms. He was just like sniffly and stuff. But even though we're pretty sure we got it from him, he was like asymptomatic. But my mom had it really bad, and then me and my dad, like, I don't know. It was pretty bad for me, but my dad, he was like he was fine, but it was still really hard on all of us, because my dad is the only one who works, like my mom doesn't work, so it was just really stressful and hard, because like we had to call 911 like 2 times, like one night and then the next night, because my mom was having problems with breathing, but they didn't do anything because they were like, we can't take you to the ER. So yeah, I don't know, but like for those 2 weeks that we had it, I barely got out of bed at all, because I would be so lightheaded and dizzy, and like my vision would go like black every time I would stand up, and I just had like Netflix on constant like playing in the background, because I didn't want to lay in bed, because I didn't really sleep that much. I didn't want to lay in bed in silence, because I didn't have like my phone, and well, I had my phone, but like I didn't really go on it, because I couldn't, like, it was like just really bad, like I couldn't focus really on screens and stuff, so I just had Netflix in the background, and I played American Horror Story season 9, and again, like, I'm really sick, so like I don't remember anything from the show, but every single time I've tried to like rewatch that season, I can't. Like, I literally, like, it reminds me of being sick, even though like I'm not sick. I just like literally, I don't think I'll ever be able to figure out what happens in American Horror Story season 9. But yeah, so like COVID was just like kind of just like a crazy, insane time, And like I wonder like a lot about like what would happen if COVID never happened, or if I never did online school, what would happen. Well, if I never did online school, I think I literally would, I don't even know, y'all, like, ew, I can't imagine like actually being in like that public school that I was at. Ew. But speaking of online school, that's what I have written down for number 12, which is I put 10th grade online school. So I did a whole episode about doing online school, so I'm not going to talk about it a lot, but it really, really helped me mentally and just, I don't know, like emotionally, I guess. I don't know. It really helped me like emotionally and stuff because I was able to make my own schedule, be myself, and actually spend time with my family because my school hours, like in-person school, is 8:30 to 3:05 p.m. So that's your whole day. So during the day and stuff, like I said, my mom, she doesn't work, so my brother would be at school, I'd be at school, my dad would be at work. My mom, she would do all her stuff that she needed to do during the day. Like, she would go to the store, go do whatever, during the day, and then by the time I'd get home, there was nothing to do. Like, we didn't have anywhere to go, there's nothing to do, no groceries to go get or anything. So, like, really, I would come home from school, get off the bus, because the bus was always late, so I didn't get home till like 4:00 p.m. And when it's daylight savings, it's dark basically at 4:30. So what are you gonna do? Do homework. By the time you're finished with your homework, it's like 6. Eat dinner, 7, 6:30 maybe. Shower. Then you need to go to bed. This is exactly why I don't understand how people have jobs during high school, because it's physically impossible to get enough sleep, eat, go to school, spend time with your friends and family. It's insane. Literally impossible. But yeah, that's why I really, I don't know, I'm really appreciative that my parents actually let me do online school, because they were hesitant on it. They didn't want me to at first. Well, my dad was fine with it, but my mom was kind of on the fence, and I was like, just let me do it. Come on, just let me do it. And yeah, it's just really weird because the whole reason I was able to get my volunteer job at the library where I was volunteering at is because I did online school, because I went to apply there and they were like, sorry, we don't need anybody, because they thought I was in regular school, and they were like, we don't need anybody in the afternoons because we have enough volunteers coming in after school. And I was like, well, I do online school, so can I do it in the mornings? And they were like, yeah. The only reason they let me start volunteering there is because I was able to have my own schedule and make my own schedule. So yeah. And then if I didn't start volunteering at the library, I wouldn't have the job that I have now, the actual paying internship, and I wouldn't have one of my closest friends, and it's just really weird because I wouldn't get to experience all this stuff, and I wouldn't have the people at the library. I wouldn't know them, which is just crazy. So it's like butterfly effect, if I didn't do online school, I wouldn't have my job right now, which is really weird to think about. But yeah, moving on to number 13, which is my AirPods. This is December 2021, so we're getting more recent at this time. So I talk about books here a lot, but music is another one of my big obsessions. Is it a hobby? It's not a hobby, but it's just an obsession, I got my AirPods as a Christmas gift in 2021, and I've used them, I think, every single day. I can probably count, I don't know, I can count only a few days that I have not used my AirPods, because sometimes they stop working, and then sometimes there's been a few days where I just haven't used them, but most of the time I have them in all the time. I just took them out to record this podcast episode because I don't need them. I only take them out to charge them. I don't sleep with them in, but I'm always listening to music. If it's an opportunity where I can be listening to music, you can trust that they will be in my ears and I will be listening to my music. And in 2021, not in 2021, I think in 2022, I listened to 114,000 minutes of music on Spotify in total, and that's just on Spotify. I listen to some music on YouTube sometimes, so I'm always listening to music. So I guess this thing should be number 13 should just be AirPods and music. But yeah, I literally always have my AirPods in, when I'm reading, when I'm cleaning, when I'm working, when I have music playing when I'm showering, like literally everything except for when I'm sleeping. Like I always have something playing because I just love music so much. And yeah, I really don't know because like I asked for my AirPods as a gift. Like I put on my Christmas list, but like I wasn't actually expecting to get them because they're like $100, like $130, and I actually got them. So that was literally so crazy, and I was like, what the hell, you know? And I love them so much. I still have them. I want to upgrade them, I think maybe soon, because I have like my job now and that pays me okay-ish. But yeah, so now we're on to number 14, which is volunteering, which I just talked about a little bit when I did number 12, but I just want to talk about it a little bit more. So this is I started volunteering last September, so September 2022 until just recently when I actually started working. But I am very much an introvert. I'm an introvert. I think I always will be an introvert. And I literally only started volunteering at this library because I needed a certain amount of hours for another scholarship that I was going to apply for because, like I said, the one that I have pays for the 4 years of college, but this other scholarship I wanted, it will pay for like your books and stuff. Like you'll get extra money for books and stuff. So I want to have like basically everything paid for because books are expensive and stuff. So you need to have a certain amount of volunteer hours to get the certain amount of money. So I was gonna apply for the 75-hour volunteer thing, and so I needed 75 hours. I could have chosen any other place to volunteer at, but I did the library because it's like 15 minutes away from my house, and that's really it. Like literally because of the convenience near my house. Yeah, and it's because I like to read as well, but I could have chosen any other place, and like I told you, like, they almost didn't accept me, but yeah, it is literally crazy to think that, like, if I didn't choose to volunteer there, I wouldn't have a job right now, I wouldn't have one of my closest friends, and I wouldn't have met all the people that I've met and that I really love and appreciate. So yeah, it's just crazy. So yeah, number 15 is finishing school early. So this is December 2022, so last December, like 6 months ago. So since I did online school, I was able to finish all of my 24 credits one semester early, which means that I finished school about 6 months ago, and that means for the past 6 months I've literally done nothing. Like I've gotten to chill and just like play games and do whatever I want, and I'm so thankful for that because I can't imagine going from like say I was doing in-person school, right, finishing school in May, starting working a few weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, then I work all summer, then the internship is over, and then I go straight to college. Like, you won't get a break, and I'm just really happy that I was able to get those 6 months off, and yeah, I didn't really even have to work harder than what I was doing. It just like kind of all lined up. I did take a summer class. I took 2 of those, but that's literally it, and they were really easy, so yeah, like just super easy. But yeah, now we're on to number 16, and this is I'm the Girl, which is a book by Courtney Summers. I read that in January of this year, so we're getting into this year now. So yeah, this is another book that I didn't think would have like that much impact on me, but it really did. I'm not gonna like spoil it or anything because I've talked about this in an episode before, but I think it deserves a lot of credit for kind of portraying the real life truth about certain people that you encounter as a girl. You know what I mean? If you've read this book, you know, but like if you haven't, you really should. I feel like this is a book that a lot of people should read. Yeah, I don't know. And the murder is also interesting, but like that's not what I'm talking about, but it's also interesting. So yeah, we have 2 more things to go over. So number 17 is working, and that is current. And like I've said a few times this episode, I applied for the summer job at the library where I was volunteering at. Like the county does this summer job opportunity, and then you can like check like what you want to do. A lot of people go downtown and work like on construction and stuff and help them build and stuff, or some people do like downtown in the like county offices and stuff. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be at the library where I had already been for almost a year, basically, and they really liked me there, so they told me that, like, if I applied for the summer job and checked that I want to do the library, they would put in a good word for me, and I got it. I get paid $11 an hour, which isn't, like, obviously it's not the most money you can make, but it's good for me. And yeah, I just finished my second week of working, so I should be getting my second paycheck soon. I basically do the same stuff that I do when I was volunteering, but now I have to answer the phones and help people check out their books, which I actually did that for the first time today. It's Friday as I'm recording this because today we finally got our logins for the computers, and I literally had to help somebody, like, check out their books. And I was, like, actually really nervous, but it worked. Like, it was fine. It was kind of, I don't know, but it worked out really well. But yeah, I really like working at the library. I feel really safe, and, like, they like me there. I work, well, the script says I work every day but Thursdays and weekends, which was true at the time, but I did change my hours. So I work Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which means less money, but, like, also, I don't know, I don't really mind. It's really given me, like, a sense of purpose during the summertime, even though I've only been working there for, like, 2 weeks. I don't know, it just gives me something to do. Because otherwise I'd be really bored, because the summer can get really boring when you're not doing literally anything at all. But yeah, that was number 17, and now we're on to the last thing, is number 18, and that is this podcast, which is obviously current. This podcast has really given me an outlet to talk, because I like to talk. Like I said, I'm an introvert, but then I also like to talk. If I can find somebody who just wants to listen to me, I will talk their ear off. But it has to be somebody, like, who will actually want to listen to me, because I can't start conversations, but I can keep them going. So yeah, I just like this podcast because I'm able to talk without any interruptions, because nobody can interrupt me because I'm the only one here. I'm literally looking at my laptop as I'm, like, I don't know, but I do appreciate who is listening. I don't have that many listeners, but I do appreciate the people who are here and listening. But yeah, that is literally it. It's been 32 minutes. But yeah, that is my that's my 18 things for my 18th birthday, and it's just thundering outside. I'm kind of scared our power's gonna go out. It went out last night when I was gonna record this, and yeah. Hopefully I can edit this and get it scheduled before the power goes out, if it goes out, which hopefully it doesn't, but it probably will, because that's our luck here in Florida. It's like hurricane season now, but yeah. But that's it. I really hope that you enjoyed this episode, because I kind of wanted to do this. I feel like that was kind of different. I know people do that, like 30 things for my 30 years of life, but I've never really seen anyone do it, like, if you're under, like, 20. So I decided to do that, and it was kind of hard to come up with 18 things, but I did eventually do it. And yeah, so even if they seemed really small to you, all those 18 things that I listed, they all had a really big impact on my life and stuff. And I was going to do honorable mentions, but I literally don't know what to say. So obviously I've had other things impact my life, but, like, major events, like a pandemic. But, like, I also had a snack on the list. I had goldfish, and then also a whole pandemic. Like, I don't know. It's just weird how small things can impact your life, but also big things too. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm going to see you next week. I was going to say what I'm going to do next week, but I literally don't know. I don't have an idea episode yet, so I'm going to have to kind of rack my brain and come up with something. If you have any suggestions, there's always a link in the description, and that will take you to a form where you can fill out, like, give me ideas and stuff, or, like, questions, comments, concerns, But yeah, that's everything, and I will see you guys next Saturday, because I'm doing Saturday uploads instead of Friday uploads during the summer, because that just kind of works better for me. But anyways, I'll see you Saturday.